Welcome to the round of Lime Rock, or the round of Connecticut at Lime Rock. Starting on your poll today will be Trek Tauger, who won a number of races in a row, I think three in a row earlier this season, and did very well at Road America. There's a number of driver changes also. Bobby Jones has moved over to FBR, which he will be driving for FBR next year. Jake Baskinger has moved over to the 73 because his teammate Eric DeMax is not old enough to drive an alcohol-sponsored car. As we go down the order, no one else in Q3 changed rides. Noah Hart, our point leader, in 14th. At 15th is Scott Roush, who is now moving over to take over the 2 car of William Brock, who, as you can see, William Brock has moved into the 3 car to take over for Jones. They wanted Roush back in the Shell-sponsored number 2 car, which I think is a nice throwback. There's Eric DeMax in 21st for Nokia Finland. As we go down the order a little further, Chase Dunbar, DJ Curtis. As you notice, Silver Speed did not have a great qualifying session, with Shelley being their highest qualifier in 24th, Art in 28th, and Pericles in 29th. Not a great day for them. Not a great day for CJ Racing either. But that team tends to race very well as well. As we go down the order, Travis Scott will round out the field here at Lime Rock. This is one of the longer lap distance races, especially on a road course. It's 85 laps. However, the lap times around here are only about 48 seconds, somewhere around 50 seconds at the greatest. So, it is going to be a rather fast race, I think, as we get going today. Remember, pit strategy is always going to be a factor, and Lime Rock is always a race where the unknown can be the only thing known is the fact that there will be unknown. Let's go down to the race. Trek Tauger leads the field of 36 down to the green here at Lime Rock, and away we go. Looks like Tauger got a good start compared to Jones on the outside. Entering turn 1, though, it's going to be a drag race. It looks like Jones actually is going to have the better line coming through the corner, and he has the advantage down in turn 2. Overall, a clean start so far to this race. However, it does funnel out there. Bobby Jones, his first race in the 9 car, driving for FBR. His team for next year is leading this race, and so far, so good here. Now, remember, there is an airborne moment on this track that they're going to be coming up to right here. The cars are designed to catch air. That's the fastest way you could go around this track, hence why we're expecting this race to be quite high attrition on the suspensions as they rocket down the hill for the first time here at Lime Rock. As they rocket around, looks like, Tauger's going to make another move here on Bobby Jones for the lead, and Tauger is going to hold it there as they enter turn 1 again here. However, Jones has a very, very nice run on the outside. As, contact there, Chase Dunbar. Something happened with him that forced him way down low. So, yes, something happened where Dunbar would... he had a tire go down, and he's trying to get out of everybody's way. And luckily for everybody, Dunbar keeps it under control. He actually had one of his best qualifying positions of the entire season, starting 25th, so it's a darn shame that he's... that's more than tire right there. And this has not been a good track for the Silver Speed so far this weekend. Crash in front of him, though. That was John Artdack in 32nd. But, that's Scott Roush. Lamas is in it. And Noah Hart, the point leader, was in it. Looks like we got a couple of cars. Oh, boy. And, Roush lost control of his car there trying to pit. And Lamas is done. Something happened with Halleck as well. This one, I think, started with... it started a little further up the track as Halleck goes for a ride through the grass. And, man, that was a hard hit there. And these cars are going to definitely have suspension issues as they went up and over the hill, went flying through the woods, and landed again. And I don't know how Noah Hart's car continued from that, but he's going to have some major damage to that car. In Scott Roush's first race for DNC, he actually qualified best out of his teammates, loses control, goes through the trees. Luckily, he didn't. He took down a couple branches in the process, but, and then, Cody Lamas had nowhere to run. Meanwhile, at the front of the field, Trek Tauger and Bobby Jones, along with Eric Monaco, have pulled away from 4th place Jake Baskinger, 5th place Vince Fries, and 6th place Vanderpesh. And behind him, behind Vanderpesh, you have a really intense battle here with Chris Dodd, Tristan Wilhoit, Matty Myatt. Roman Rahal, that is William Brock in the 3 car. Dornan Bouchard, crash in front there, I believe. I heard an accident. Or that was actually behind. That is Vance Caldwell and Grayson Acevedo, the Indy 250 winner. So not a great run for the points contenders today. Yeah, Acevedo slides wide, gets into Pericles, comes up the track. Davidson, John Hart took a big hit there. And the 16 also there had a big hit. So John Hart's got some damage there in the 83 car, and that's going to really hurt his chances. So a lot of the points contenders, mainly at the top of the grid, are having a very difficult time with this Lime Rock circuit. One of the biggest losers from the start of this race has been Roman Rahal. He started in 5th, and now he's down to 12th by lap 8. Rahal has had a lot of issues since the start of this race, just trying to get by people, and he's lost a bunch of positions since the start. Tristan Wilhoit has had a huge pull on Matty Myatt since the last time we saw them together. They've been battling pretty fiercely, and now Myatt's losing time left and right. The only Myatt in the field now, might I add, because Kenny Myatt's out on injury for the foreseeable future. And now Bobby Jones and Kenny Myatt's car is thoroughly running away from Trek Tauger in second. Bobby Jones has been picking off lap cars left and right since the start of this race, and Trek Tauger really hasn't been, and that's really kind of annoyed Eric Monaco, because Monaco, I think, is faster than Tauger, and Bobby Jones, for that matter, and Monaco's trying to start picking off some of these cars, but can't because Tauger doesn't want to get by the lap traffic. However, it has been a pretty good start to the race for someone like Dornan Bouchard. Started back in 27th, up to 14th. He's second in points right now. And with Noah Hart really on the outside looking in points-wise, being a number of laps down, this could be a great day for someone like Chris Dodd, who is a major championship contender in 3rd position in the points, and Dornan Bouchard, who is in 14th. Trek Tauger, who is a number of points back, however, is running P2 at this stage of the race. And just down the order, it's a pretty good day for a lot of these drivers and teams out here that are needing some points runs here on Noah Hart. Keep in mind now, Bobby Jones, despite him only having 110 points, is now in a car that is one of the best cars on the grid. He has an equal car to Noah Hart. Bobby Jones could very easily be a championship contender. He is, like I said, he is down 61 points to Noah Hart. However, with him winning this race, that's 30 points right there, and Hart isn't going to get any, I don't think, unless some really crazy stuff takes place. If he keeps up some good runs, Bobby Jones is a serious championship contender in that 9 car. Chris Dodd's also noticing that he is a major championship contender. We got another car around in the back. I think I saw that was Tristan Wilhoit going for a ride there. And he's going to have to... No, he's going to stay out one here, but he went around in the back. Wilhoit's bad luck again strikes here, and that was not his fault, I don't think. Yeah, Matty Myatt is, well, these two have been battling all day, and Matty Myatt stuck her nose where it probably shouldn't have really been. And Wilhoit is just keeping it under control. Doesn't actually make the trees, thankfully. And Wilhoit will continue onward. However, he has got some pretty serious issues, I think, with that car. And now Tristan Wilhoit is racing with Eddie Padcar and doesn't like something, takes his frustrations out on Padcar, and Padcar and Wilhoit go off the road. So that's Padcar done there as well. So they were talking about giving Matty Myatt a steward's inquiry, and now Wilhoit's going to the steward's inquiry for that incident. Vince Freeze is running in 4th place. This is the kind of run he needs. Oh no, something's wrong with the 05. The 05's breaking down on the track, and that is not good for Vince Freeze as the field is coming up to him here. Is everyone going to miss him? Sean Angel will not miss him. And oh, Noah Hart clobbers him. And Angel and Hart have major damage to their cars. And, well... Ooh, it looks like Angel thought he could maybe swing it to the pits, but can't. And that's going to definitely put the final nail in the coffin How does Noah Hart not have more damage? Wow, that thing must be an indestructible car. There was a no call on Matty Myatt there because they felt as if Myatt was not in control at that point. Well, it wasn't the cause of that accident. They said Wilhoit came down on her. And there was no call on Wilhoit either for the incident with pad cars. So I have a feeling that ARCSOA is going to be taking a very liberal stance today on making calls. So that will be a very interesting thing to watch, as I really think that both of them should have gotten a strike for that. Once again, Trek Tauger has had all manner of issues trying to get by Chase Dunbar here, and the Dunbar we've seen in the past has never been a very good back marker here, and he's now slicing people off down the straightaways here. So Tauger cannot be too happy with that, and the little lead that Bobby Jones has made up here is just quite immense here in the 9 car. And looks like Monaco is going to try and make a move on Tauger. This is for second position. Meanwhile, at the front of the field, Bobby Jones has to deal with Jack Halleck, a lapped car. And Jones has just put on an absolute clinic today, as this is one of the trouble spots, though, is down here. And as long as Halleck holds his line on the outside, that'll be a good move there. Oh no, Halleck's fighting back and actually takes the spot away, or the track position away from Jones. So Jones is now finally having some issues with lap traffic here. But a little further back, once again, we've got, now it's Monaco's turn to try and get by Chase Dunbar. And like I said, Dunbar has never been a very wise back marker there, as finally it looks like Jones gets by Halleck. Meanwhile, in the back of the field, once again, a little further back, Monaco can't seem to get by Chase Dunbar. Driver who's losing a bunch of positions is Jake Baskinger, as now we've got Eric DeMax coming down pit road, so this is our first of the green flag stops here. As looks like a silver speed battle here between Nick Pericles and James Shelley. Remember, Pericles is a major championship contender here, tied for third with John Art and Kenny Myatt, who Myatt's not getting any points for possibly the rest of the year, if he indeed comes back or not. All dependent on his injuries. Jones stays out once again, and like I said, Jones putting on a Kenny Myatt-like clinic out there. Tauger and Monaco are once again battling side by side, and this is going to have to go to Monaco here, as that little swing to the left is very, is at a huge, the outside person has a huge disadvantage there, as they rocket over the jump again here. I'm looking to see if the 9 is going to bring it down pit road or not. Ooh, it looks like Caldwell and the 22 have been battling pretty hard. The 9 doesn't pit of Jones, and Monaco's definitely coming in, though. This could be a smart move. Bobby Jones would finally pit on lap 24, as Tauger, as you can see, is already in the pits here. This is going to be a battle out between him and Monaco, and problems for, that looked like one of the Pertec cars. That was Fitzwater. And Fitzwater gets forced off the road by Vince Freeze there, and, well, Fitzwater would continue, though. It was just a slight tap on that fence over there. Here comes Halleck out of the pits. There's Jones, the leader, coming out of the pits, and that'll be no question their lead to Bobby Jones there. But, looking at the cars around him, he's going to have to starting to deal with the back of the field again here. Some of the slower cars on track. Not the damaged ones, but some of the slower ones here. As, looks like Dodd gained a ton of spots. Dodd's actually going to leapfrog Monaco here, so pitting late might be a good factor here as they rush through this section of corners here. You got to be really careful here, as Dunbar's been a nuisance today. As finally it looks like Monaco's probably not going to get that spot. However, Dunbar is going to get that. However, Monaco might get it through here, though. As, like you say, yep, be right there. Monaco got the spot as Tauger finally gets by as well. Ooh, looks like, I thought the 6 was blowing up, but that wasn't the case. As the 9 continues to lead this race over Trek Tauger, as, like I said, the 9's putting on a driving clinic out there. Bobby Jones now is encountering very heavy lap traffic resistance, though, from Jack Halleck and Travis Scott. Scott goes off the road a little bit there. And Tauger's got mainly clear track. However, there's 7 seconds separating Jones and Tauger. However, in this situation, Jones just has to be really easy and careful with these lap cars, and Jones will be a factor. Remember, Jones the rest of the season's really got to start putting on some effort here. He's going to be a championship contender, or a serious one at that, as teams and drivers are all really starting to really get going here, as Jones gets by Travis Scott here, as you've got to just be very, very careful here with some of these cars, and just start ordering points around, because Jones is 110 points here. Only has 110 points, while Noah Hart, our point leader, has 171. Speaking of which, I believe Noah Hart's still running, but down in 30th position. Kyle Deschelli is the last car in the points, so these are the cars on the outside looking in. Eric DeMax, Aiden Shepard, Benjamin Dover, DJ Curtis. Yeah, that's mainly the cars on the outside looking in. Vander Pesch could get some points today. Bouchard is at this rate. Ray Hall, James Shelley, that's William Brock back there, finally getting a good run. Maybe the move to the 3 car was a good move. Alex Allen, Jake Baskinger's still in the points. Nick Pericles. Pericles needs more points than that, though, if he's going to really start mounting a charge, though. Big battle here between Eric Monaco and Madeline Myatt. Madeline Myatt, of course, gained a couple of spots on her pit stop cycle. However, Eric Monaco is faster than the 1 car today. Down the little chute here, it's going to be a very long, like I said, we're not even anywhere near halfway yet in this race, so still a long way to go in this race. Nick Pericles' race would go from pretty good to bad here when Jake Baskinger would slide underneath him, and Pericles would go off the road and hit the tire walls and fall out of the race. That's not going to be good for Pericles' championship hopes. William Brock would have worked his way up to 14th position. However, on lap 50 in this race, though, he would turn Zachary Fitzwater, slide off the road. Fitzwater would be able to keep going, and, well, Brock wouldn't. So tough break for William Brock now that he's fallen out of the race. Fitzwater saw relatively little damage. Oh, no, he got some rear-end damage. So that's not good for him either. By lap 56, it's becoming very clear that Bobby Jones is the best car on the field. Well, that was clear probably on, like, lap 4. But the lead he's got over Truck Tauger is simply massive. This race hasn't really seen a whole lot of action since, like, the lap 10, really. There's Chris Dodd in 3rd position. He's stayed pretty close with Tauger this whole race. However, Bobby Jones has just put on a clinic today. And the thing is, Bobby Jones is gaining almost a second a lap each time he's out there as Tauger pits the 31 car. But he's gaining a second a lap over 2nd position. Jones is that fast. It's not even funny how fast he is out there. Jones would finally pit on lap 68 of 85. That should put him at all the way to the end of the race here. So Bobby Jones, like I said, all he has to do is coast, really. And he's got this race as long as, Oh, Tauger wrecked it! Tauger just wrecked it, we're hearing, and we're seeing as he's being towed back to the pits. Oh, what happened to Truck Tauger? But before we even get to it, we got some 3 wide here. And this is incredible stuff here as Dornan Bouchard's up into 3rd. You don't want to do this too often, but we'll take a look and see what happened to Tauger here in a sec. As, oh man, Eric DeMax has not had a good race today. As, let's go take a look and see what happened to Tauger. This was Tauger's big chance to gain back some points as he's dealing with the lapped car. Actually, no, they're battling for position with Benjamin Dover. Dover forces him off the road, and, well, that was a battle for position. I don't think Dover had pitted yet. However, that was a battle for position, and we're hearing they're not going to call it. Meanwhile, Bouchard is the only car not to have pitted yet, I believe, and that puts him in 1st position. 2nd position is, I believe now, Bobby Jones. I don't believe there was a 2nd in all this. and there's no real way that Bouchard's going to get in front of Jones here, I don't think. And now we're seeing Bouchard is on pit road, and I believe the 9 has already gone by. Yes, he has. So the 9 has cycled to the lead of the race. And so now we're watching Chris Dodd versus Bouchard, really, for the second spot. And it's not even close, really, as here comes Matty Myatt. It's Myatt's got a lot of front-end damage from something. Or took some front-end damage from pit road contact there. Had to pit. Third place, or second place is now Chris Dodd, who is over a half lap behind Bobby Jones. However, Jones is in very heavy lap traffic with only about 13 to go. So if he, but like I said, he really could just even stay behind them theoretically and still win the race. He's got such a massive lead. And, however, we've noticed that some of these lap cars, that's actually current leader Jake Baskinger. Baskinger hasn't pitted yet. I forgot one car. No, it isn't. Oh, I'm sorry. Baskinger has already pitted. He was in the lead of the race at one time. He is almost a lap down. My apologies there. So Jones, Jones slides off the road a little bit there. Don't want to do that too often, especially when you're dealing with some of these lap cars here. Heavy lapped car, or heavy traffic for Dorn and Bouchard, the 6th place man. James Shelley's actually up into 4th, with Ray Hall 5th. 3rd is actually Christian Vanderpesch, and 2nd is Dodd. So the 9 is just out there cruising around right now. The 1 of Madeline Myatt would have to pit for a tire going down, so that's going to even hurt her championship contention even more. She needed a good run. She needs to start picking off good runs if she wants to be a title contender here. As we go through the field here, we're just taking a look and just seeing, yeah, there's a lot of traffic in front of Jones, but in reality, Jones doesn't have to worry about it because the lead he's got over 2nd, Dodd hasn't even got to the start-finish line. He's got a half-lap lead over everybody. However, Bobby Jones, with under 5 to go now, has caught Vance Caldwell, and there's a lot of lap traffic in front of him that has been racing pretty hard, and if something silly were to happen, Jones would have to avoid it, essentially. Ooh, Caldwell went way wide to get out of Jones's way, because this has been the most dominating performance we've seen this season out of anybody, is what Bobby Jones has pulled at Lime Rock here. As, like I said, heavy battling here. That's Vanderpesch in 6th, Baskinger in 7th. Man, Bobby Jones has lapped up to 7th position and is going to look like he's going to get 7th and 6th place cars here. So it's just been a thoroughly monstrous performance here by Bobby Jones. Just one performance. I have not seen this kind of performance out of Bobby Jones here, and Jones is definitely a championship contender. Oh, 3 wide further back. That ain't gonna end well if you're gonna try that kind of crap. But not a whole lot you can do there. Ooh, Jones is marred in heavy traffic, and remember, there are cars in this. You've got Baskinger and Bichelia battling for points here, points paying positions. So Jones just needs to hope that he can that nobody wrecks and that he can get through this lap traffic cleanly, and he's won this race because, like I said, Dodd is absolutely nowhere compared to him. Jones now is currently fighting with Travis Scott here as the 2 lead lap cars have gotten by Scott, as he was kind of being a nuisance to Bichelia and Baskinger. However, they both get by. Ooh, I thought I saw the that was pad car grenading, but it wasn't, obviously. As here comes Baskinger's trying to make a move on Bichelia. This is for 6th. Very smart move there by Bichelia, or by Baskinger. There is Jones is now coming to try and take 3 laps to go in this race. Jones now has caught Kyle Bichelia here. Only a lap and a half to go here on Lime Rock, and whoa, Jones there is going to maybe try and make a move here on Kyle Bichelia, coming to the white flag. Like I said, it's been a thoroughly monstrous performance here by Jones, and Bichelia gets way out of the way, luckily for him, or for Jones at least. He's going to come up to Eddie Champad car here. Not going to get the move done there, though. Like I said, it has been a monstrous performance here by Bobby Jones. Basically coming in here and destroying everybody's morale here. That's just how good he's been today. And Jones has been at times a second faster than everybody else in the field. And here he goes down low, looking on pad car here. That's an aggressive little move there. But he doesn't have to do anything too silly here. He is going to try and pass him, though. Coming to the checkered flag here. Pad car slides a little bit there. That could have been bad. But Bobby Jones is going to bring it home to take the most dominating win we've seen in a long, long time here at Lime Rock. Jones makes it work. Ooh, looks like Noah Hart has to pit for a tire issue there. Here comes Chris Dodholm second, and it's going to be James Shelley third. Oh, no, I'm sorry. James Shelley I thought was third. Third position is going to go to Roman Rahal. I apologize. Roman Rahal is going to get third position. So Dodd second. Rahal is going to come home third. Let's go down to your full finishing results after the round of Lime Rock. Well, I think we're starting to see Bobby Jones become a major championship contender as he came into the 9 team and proved that maybe the DNC equipment was his downfall, because he comes into one of the top tier rides and makes everyone look foolish. Jones wins the race, Dodd second, Rahal third, Vanderpesh fourth, Bouchard fifth, Baskinger, the last car on the lead lap, comes home sixth, Bisceglia seventh, Thaber eighth, great run by Tyler Thaber, ninth for Aiden Shepard, 10th for James Shelley, 11th to Curtis, 12th to Allen, 13th to Monaco, 14th to Dover, and 15th to DeMax. Dover is actually going to gain a couple of points here on Halleck for Rookie of the Year. Cohen's the first car outside of points, and 16th. Scott, 17th. Davidson, 18th. Fitzwater, 19th. Matty Myatt had a lot of mechanical problems there at the end of the race. Limped it home to 20th. Wallace, 21st. Freeze, 22nd. Halleck, 23rd. Padcar, 24th. Noah Hart's not going to get any points in 25th. Caldwell, 26th. Ace Vito, 27th. Dunbar, 28th. Tauger does not come home. First car out at 29th. Brock, 30th. Pericles, 31st. Will Hoyt, 32nd. Angel, 33rd. Arndt, 34th. Roush, 35th. And Cody Lamas, 36th. Let's go down to your points after the round of Connecticut. And with that, we have a tie for the points lead. Yep, Noah Hart now is tied with Chris Dodd, who has worked his way up the order, and now Dornan Bouchard's within striking distance of Noah Hart for the points lead, entering the round of Williamsburg next week in Virginia, or the round of Virginia next week in Williamsburg. Bobby Jones is up to fourth. Ooh, if he continues the run like he put on at Lime Rock, he is going to be the champion at that rate. Trek Tauger had a great race going, but couldn't do anything with it. Grayson Ace Vito likewise. Well, no, Ace Vito was pretty much nowhere. Angel could have had a good race. Bisceglia salvaged a bad qualifying run. Baskinger, Pericles, Myatt, Arndt, Curtis, Rahal, Shepard, Matty Myatt, Padcar, Brock, Allen, Monaco, Freeze, Moss, Roush. I think we need to also not have him redded up. Well, no, that's the wrong one. And that needs to be black. So yes, Roush is now in there. Halleck is still a Rookie of the Year leader. Griffin, Gurian, Will Hoyt, Vanderpesh, Vincent Allen, Fitzwater, Shelley, Davidson, Lamas, Dover, Shallrot, Thaber, Dormitory, Wallish, Ethan Moore, Vance Caldwell, Cohen, Dunbar, Eric DeMax, Stanton Thaber, Johan Art, Travis Scott, Victor Van Am, Ike Durbin, and Sean Perkins will round out your points leaving the round of Lime Rock. The next track on the schedule will be the Virginia Figure 8 Bowl track, which is an old ARC facility, an old historic ARC facility from the 80s, or that was last run in the ARC way back in the day, 30 years ago. So, actually 25 years ago the ARC ran there. I take that back. So, the latest incarnation of the ARC has also run there and actually held a race there this year. So, It'll be interesting to see how only Noah Hart on that entire field has ever been to that track. It is a high-speed figure-8 oval. Well, it's a figure-8, high-speed figure-8, so it's going to be interesting to see how the drivers handle their last high-speed oval of the season.